So very, very good morning to each one and namaste to each one. We have been discussing for last 3 to 4 days about living in the present. Many times what happens is that we don't realize that how much do we get caged by our own stories of the past. And if I have to realize that, because nobody in the world will be able to help me out to uncage or open up the chains that I have tied. How do I know whether I'm living in my present or not? If you just notice your everyday's sentences that you are using, majority of the time, what do you blame the problem of your lives? Are your problems, do you say that they are created because in past somebody did something wrong to you, or in past you didn't speak up for yourself, and not realizing and not understanding that before we come down on earth, we speak to our higher selves. We have a look at all the lives that we have lived in the human form on this earth. We look at, because ultimately each one wants to reach a state of nirvana, no more life, and only in every moment being in joy, in that joyful state. And how do I achieve that? By finishing my karmic obligations, positives and negatives, karmic debts, and learning from my past experiences. So our importance of past is only and only to look at it, to understand what I could have done better. What I did it what I understood the best at that point of time. So without blaming myself for why I was so stupid, why did I allow somebody to walk over? Or why did I do this wrong to somebody? Probably what you understood the best you did. But you look at it, whether it is your yesterday, whether it is something that happened to you 1 month back, 1 year back, 10 years back, 50 years back, or 100 years back, 1,000 years back in any of your past life. It just does not matter. What happened to me 1 minute back is also my past. It is over. Even if I wish to repeat it, I cannot. Positive moments or negative moments. Considering my past as a positive or negative is my own perception and my own level of understanding. It doesn't matter whether it was positive or negative. Will you be able to create the negative moments again? Why are you fearful that it may happen again? Even if you wish to create that, do you have the capacity to create that? And will you be able to reproduce the positives also again? You will not be. Because when it happens first time, you enjoy it. It's like the same incident of chocolate that I gave. First time you eat chocolate, oh, you love it. Second time you love it, but it's okay. Third time you still like it. Okay. Fifth, 10th, 20th, 40th, 50th, 100th chocolate doesn't give you joy. Like, it's okay. So that's why we keep an interval. If in the entire day I give you 1,000 chocolates to eat, you will stop enjoying it. It is the same with our life experiences. Something which we enjoyed, like, oh, you know what, our wedding went so good. The function was so good. Yesterday, the food was absolutely stunning. But the second time, it doesn't give you that same energy. So I would rather not think about it so much, because nothing in life is permanent. Neither my positivity, neither my negativity. It changes. So today, when I look at my life, to know that I am nothing else than the product of my experiences. And when I say my experiences, it's not about my positive or negative experiences. It's about at what level I have chosen to move on from those experiences. They are causing me pain or pleasure. It's not what actually happened. Please remember that. If it happened something which was very good, many people describe, you know what I used to be at my mother's place when I was young, life was so good. The problem started from the time I got married. And for them, that problem continues till they die. Problem didn't start when you got married. Problem started that everything around you was an unknown experience for you. And your mind was so stuck with what you had experienced at the mother's place, you couldn't adapt to the new one. And then we put the blame to, but my, problem happened because my mother always told me, you must listen to them. You must respect your elders. Your mother never told you that you take the abuse. And in any case, you didn't listen to your mother completely. Probably your mother used to prepare 100 chapatis. You didn't. You did say no. So very conveniently, we pick up the things which we want to pick up, and we let go of the things outright which we don't want to. But put the blame on someone because that makes me feel lighter. Oh, I don't have to look at the situation. But in life, unfortunately, it doesn't work. Or I would rather say, fortunately, it doesn't work. Because if it used to work, we would not have grown. How would our soul grow? So, relook at the life from what happened in that experience, whatever had happened. Why did I choose to behave in a particular way? What could I have done better? If nothing was a restriction, what would have been my ideal scenario? If the ideal scenario you create, which is dependent on others and not independent of others' behavior, make sure majority time the ideal scenario, what people define and describe, is always dependent on others. Others should speak to me like that. And it's very abstract. People must love me. People must be respectful to me. They should communicate with me. My spouse should communicate with me. But not defining what does communication mean to you. There are many kinds of communication. When you wake up, if your spouse has understood that today you are tired and has prepared tea for you, that's communication. Probably your spouse didn't sit with you and said, you know what, I love you, and didn't do anything for you. Is that communication? Or he understood that your spouse was also tired, or he or she still got up and prepared the tea for you, or made sure that you have the tea, or made sure that what you would have liked and done. That is that communication. There are many silent communication, but are we choosing to see them? They should love me, they should respect me. How do you define love and respect? So these are the fine lines, intricate things which defines life for us and for people around us. If we still choose to remain in the past of why things didn't work out, which ideally I wanted it to work out, it will never change. Because it's over. You cannot replicate it. Think about your present. Your mother taught you that, but you have grown up. You don't wear your old outfits. What you have become a mother now. What would you like to have? What are your efforts that you are putting in for that? You say, I'm grown up, my age doesn't work for me. What are you doing about it? Are you exercising? Are you sleeping? Are you being positive? What are you doing? Are you laughing in a day for 10 minutes? You all know laughter is the best medicine. Positivity is the best medicine. The body chemistry automatically changes. You want to remain ageless, you want to remain young. Your muscles requires exercise. Your all the organs requires proper sleep. Your entire body requires your positive mindset, your laughter. What are you doing about it? What are you nourishing your food with? Don't tell me what happened in the past. Yeah, probably you met through an accident and your body didn't work, but what are you doing in the present about it? There are many incidences people have broken all their bones where doctors have declared that they will never be able to move. And they have mentally decided, I want to climb Mount Everest. God, if you kept me alive, I'm here for a reason. And it is with their willpower, they work towards achieving it. We don't even have to do that with all the broken bones in the body to climb the Mount Everest. What are you doing about it? That's what I want each one to write. And if you are so preoccupied with your future worries, if this will happen, then what will happen? Then my kids will not take care of me. My body will immediately, then this happens. Then I'll be so dependent. What are the chances of that happening? How many times it actually happens? It's so much in our imagination and in our thoughts. Probably we create that because when you think constantly, Creator God thinks that you really wish to have that. Your subconscious cannot understand the difference between your fear and your manifestations. Your subconscious thinks that you have been constantly thinking. The Creator doesn't operate with the body of judgment. It doesn't say this is good, this is bad. Oh, you want that? May that be granted to you. You asked for it, you would have definitely thought about it, right? So in that moment, you asked for it, and that's what we may just receive. So let us all take this wow or the pledge that from today onwards, I chose to live in my present. The power is only and only and only in the present. Neither your past has the power to change anything, nor your future has the power to create anything for you. For anything to change, I can do it only in my present. My present thought, my present action will define who I am today and will create who I will be in tomorrow. At the level of spiritual understanding, past, present, and future all are unfolding in my now. So again, that means that's what we speak about in parallel universe. So again, what it indicates is that there is actually no past or there is actually no future. It is only and only your present. Even if you speak about past life regression, the regression or progression happens and unfolds only to change your present, not to change that, because everything in my mind, the time, the concept of time is the human consciousness. It doesn't happen there. The concept of time doesn't exist even at the level of your subconscious mind. It doesn't exist at the level of your soul. So where does it exist? It exists only at the level of your thoughts, at the level of your consciousness. Theta healing teaches you to bend the time as well. And when I say bending time, it's a different concept. You can actually fast forward or take it back. In advanced level, we teach that bending time. There are times when we are very tired. I use it only when I'm too tired. I use bending time only twice. When I'm too tired, I command my body that in this 10 minutes when I lie down, my body will get equivalent rest of 2 hours restful sleep. So I'm recharged, not doing it all the time. And whenever I travel abroad, I change my body clock so that there is no jet lag. So that is the concept of bending time. Here we are not talking about bending time. I mentioned bending time concept just to know that the founder of Theta Healing, Vayana Stibble, says that the law of time is very easy to work with. It is so easy that you can, in fact, bend the time. And imagine, what do we all do? Something which is very easy, but we get so stuck in our own imagination, in our own thought patterns of the time, what we perceived as didn't work for us, the time which we think and perceive that may not work for us. And we stop ourselves from grabbing and enjoying the time which is there with us. So let us, all of us, grab the time. Today is my day. Today is my time. I walk in synergy with the time which is in now, in present. The power is in the present. I accept the power of the present, power of the now. I choose to live in the power of the present. I choose to live in the power of now. And I know that It is completely possible because I understand it through Creator's definition and perspective now. I'm ready to move beyond my own perception. I'm ready to choose different choices, to realize and understand everything is a choice I made in my life. And I choose to make different choice today. Today is the day. Today is my time. And all is well in my present. Do I have the permission to instill all these feelings into each one now? Everybody knows how we do the commands. Can I? So just say yes into your mind. So I'll just instill that feelings into each one. So creator of all that is, it is commanded that I understand the concept of time through creator's definition and perspective of the seventh plane. I know what it feels like to understand the concept of living my past, present, and future simultaneously. I know what it feels like to look at the past only and only as a learning experience and to take in the learning of the past, merge it into my present without the worry of the future blocking me or creating any energy of the stagnation. I now choose to live in my present and that it is completely possible. I understand the power is in the now and the power is in the present. Through Creator's definition and perspective of the seventh plane. And I know I am the power. I choose to live my daily life, accepting my power and living with the power that has made me living with the power of my present and being in the now. Into every cell, fiber, tissue, molecule of your body, every area of your life, at all the four level of your beliefs, for your highest and best in the highest and best possible way. Whoever says yes, this be instilled for each one now. Thank you. Passing unconditional love, light, and healing to each one. So, thank you so much, everyone. Wishing you all a wonderful weekend and wishing you all to start living in your present. There are enough question line pointers given to each one. Please, just many of you write it down when I'm talking. Have a relook at all your questions and take the 3 or 5 main questions. If you have not, go through the videos again. As I said, listen to it, write it down, pause the video. Do ask yourself that question right at that point of time. whatever I have asked. Then go for the next. For example, if I said, if a particular thing is a problem in my life now, what are my statements regarding that? If it is something connected, because of this it happened, because that had happened, then I have given you a question line. What would I like to create in my present? Then pause, write it down. What would you like to create? What actions do I require to take? Think about that. Then what? So, like, if you will take one after other steps, then it will start showing difference. But simply, as in when you are too occupied, simply ask, whenever your mind gives you a negative thought, simply ask yourself this question: is this my present? If it is not your present, just tell yourself, I choose to move on. I embrace my present and my now. I ready to take power of my present and now. All is well in my world. And gradually, you develop the habit of letting go of what happened in the past. That happened, it's okay. So rather than constantly thinking about it, or rather than thinking constantly about what would happen there, anyway, it's not in your control what's going to happen in future. Nobody in the world can come and guarantee me that tomorrow, you know what, 9 o'clock sharp, this will happen to you exactly this way, what you will think. Even if you do your best, you cannot say that this is what other people will feel, this is what you will do. So you might as well start enjoying your present, start enjoying and living happily in your present, and simply make an effort to live happily every moment of your life and to bring that change into your present. Please do share your stories so we know where we all are heading and where to go further from here. So, Amrita, Monica, and Divya, sorry, today I couldn't talk to you. I thought first I'll explain the topic, but it's already half an hour. So the time is getting over and I'm unable to get you guys on the platform. So if you guys have any questions, do write to us. Then probably we'll take a question answer day next week. If you don't have, then we will see. So thank you so much for joining. Have an absolutely wonderful weekend full of energy and living with joy. And many of you would have got Lord Ganesha at your home, and like people say, the Ganpati Visajan and all. So let the blessings of Lord Ganesha always shower on each one of you. And as we say, it's called Vignaharta. Like any obstacles that might be there get cleared in your life, and each one allowed to operate in their daily life with the wisdom of Lord Ganesha, the vision of Lord Ganesha, and you all manifest abundance into your life. Thank you. See you all next week, Monday, 9 o'clock.